Mr. Transformers 96 here in the video, and we're going to talk about a newly shown Hot Toys figure, and this time it's from Avengers Infinity War, Doctor Strange. So this is quite exciting because this is the figure that wasn't like previously shown before. It's kind of a surprise. It's one that I didn't expect that they'd do, considering we did just get a Doctor Strange so recently, and the character in the film doesn't really change its costume. So I really didn't expect to be getting a new Doctor Strange this soon, but here we are, and I think it's mainly to do with the fact that Doctor Strange is of course a popular character, and his figure sold out, so you know it's just a good time to get people who missed out on the first to get the new one. So I'm excited about this. Doctor Strange is one of my favorite Marvel characters at this point. I think my favorites are kind of Captain America, Star-Lord, and probably Doctor Strange. I really enjoy those characters a lot. So I'm really excited to see a new Doctor Strange figure. I do own the first Doctor Strange, so I don't plan on picking this up because it's so similar. There's not enough new to purchase this if you have the first one. But if you miss out on the first one, this looks like a great addition. Let's talk about it. First of all, its costume, I'm not going to compare them side to side, but I mean, the costume in the movie, it probably changes in very minute ways, so I can imagine that this is slightly different, but personally, I don't see the differences whatsoever, from owning the first one and seeing this one. I don't see anything different. So, as far as costume, I'm sure it's all new. I'm sure it's all new sculpted. I'm sure there's some new patterning work on the cloak and things like that, but it's not something that you can just look at and know instantly. So, the costume is very similar, but the costume from the original one is excellent. Really love the detailed work and the range that the figure was allowed to have, even with so much detail and so many layers of costume. So that's wonderful. So this one should still maintain that. The next big thing is the head sculpt. The head sculpt is new. It is absolutely new. This is a case though where the first head sculpt was just excellent. So it doesn't really need an update in my opinion. The only thing that is needed in my for an update is the fact that his hairstyle slightly changes from the original to this one. In the original one, his hair kind of floops down a little bit more, which we do see in the movie. I mean, because even Tony Stark comments and he asks, are you moving your hair? And he has his hair draped in front of his head as it's like slightly twitching from the wind. But as you can see, I mean, I think that by the time he gets to Titan, he might have just more slicked back hair in general. So there is a slight difference when it comes to the hairstyle. The face sculpt is all new and everything, but the first one was just excellent. And this one looks great too. They definitely didn't downgrade, but I love the first one. I don't see this as an improvement whatsoever, in my opinion. I really just love the first one so much that I almost say that the first one's better. But I think it might be just that I just prefer the hairstyle better on the first one. But both head sculpts are excellent. This is not one where if you have the first one, you shouldn't be like kicking yourself because you didn't get this great new head sculpt or anything like that. They're both on par with each other in my opinion. So it's nice that you get a new head sculpt, but it's new in very minute ways. And then he has some new accessories, of course, which can be seen here. He comes with another backdrop, but this time it is the backdrop where he's showcasing like all those arms, which is really cool. When I first saw this on pre-order, like it was when I woke, or not on pre-order, but when I first saw the pictures of it, and I just woke up in the morning, one of the first pictures I saw was that picture of him with all the arms, and I thought, oh my god, is one of the accessories like a deluxe version that he comes with like all those arms that you can like snap onto his back or something? And I got really excited, and then I realized it's just the backdrop, so it's kind of disappointing, but hey, for a backdrop, that's actually a solid idea. I like that as a backdrop. He comes with the differences between this one and the original one. Let me pull up the original one here. Let's see. So here's what you get with the original one. The only thing that's not pictured here because it was kind of later revealed is all the green effects for the time stone. But so what you get with this one is of course the figure, the head sculpt, and then the things that are the same are the hand sculpts. You get the hand sculpts with both. You get two versions of the necklace with both. You get a backdrop with both, and then you get the big kind of effect pieces. You get the sling rings and then the small green effect pieces. The stuff that's new that you get with this one is you get these smaller effect pieces, as well as a square effect piece, and then a larger circular effect piece, as well as a sword effect piece, and then a whip. And then you get a base that's smaller than the original. What you get more with the original than you do with that is that you get a larger base, and then you get the book. So you do get slightly more with this new release. I'm definitely not going to lie. Some of the stuff is really cool. The whip in particular I really love. That's something that he used in the original one a lot, and he used it in Infinity War too, and it made quite an impression, and that's an accessory that I really love. I would actually really like to get that. If anybody's selling it on the side, that would be really cool to get for my original one, because the whip is kind of necessary. But other than that, you get a few extra accessories with this one, and then as far as the price goes, the original one was $235. This was back in 2016, so just 2 years ago. This Doctor Strange is $267. So we're looking at a $32 price hike. Now you do get a couple of extra accessories, but they're very small in general. And again, you're lacking the book, and you're getting a smaller base with this one too. So it really just shows you that this is the most clear example of the price hiking from the Infinity War line. Captain America is another really good example too, though. But this is a really good example because it's so similar to the first one. But yeah, it's such a high pricing increase. If you miss out on the first one, this is a great one to get, in my opinion, just because that first Doctor Strange was fantastic. It was one. I don't think it was my favorite figure of the year, but it came in close. It was definitely within the top 3. I can't remember how I ranked them, but it was just an excellent figure. So I would highly recommend this if you missed out on the first one and you're a Doctor Strange fan. But if not, then it's of course not for you. But I am, it's nice to see a new Doctor Strange, considering basically just because I really like the character. So it's more of a personal thing for me, and I do like seeing the extra effect pieces. But there's nothing amazing that he comes with that's different, and then the figure itself is just as good as the first released. So there you go. Hoping that they do some more figures, particularly figures that we haven't received yet, like Nebula or Mantis. I'm surprised we're not getting the Mantis. I mean, maybe we will, but it's certainly taken a while. And with Solo coming out, and we haven't gotten a single release from Solo yet, I would imagine that they're going to start to shift gears onto Solo and Ant-Man, considering that stuff's coming up so fast. But hopefully they can still continue to do Infinity War figures. I'm still waiting for them to put Corvus Glaive on pre-order. I'd love for them to do Ebony Maw, or some of the other Black Order figures. And then, of course, again, like Mantis would be an excellent figure for them to do in the Infinity War series. But yeah, this is a nice little addition. If you miss out on the first one, it's perfect for you. If not, there's nothing too special here compared to the first one, but still, it is quite cool. So let me know what you guys think of this new release from Hot Toys, and thanks so much for watching.